Hey there, and welcome back to the Second Lunch Podcast. We have a special guest today. Ashley, Cole's better half, is here with us. Ashley, I do want to do one thing first. We really care about truth on the Second Lunch Podcast.
Sure.
So I'm going to have you swear on this. I don't have a Bible with me because I don't keep fiction at home, but I do have my Bronco supplemental owner's guide.
Oh my God.
You can swear on this. There's some good stuff in here if you ever need to learn about putting in a car seat.
I can't swear on that because is my Bronco really a Bronco?
If you don't swear on this, then Kendall's car seat may never be installed correctly again.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. So you're just sworn to the truth here? Thanks.
I swear to the truth and only the truth. So help me, Bronco.
Great. Thank you. How big is it?
How big is the Bronco?
No.
Oh.
I think you know what I mean.
It's the perfect size.
That's the perfect answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That always means small.
Just
That's like a mutual breakup.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody did it.
If it's more than a certain size, what else are you using it for?
Also, you don't hit buy it now when it's not the right size.
I think I'm going to go with the old, what's the Jack Donaghy line in 30 Rock? 5 inches, but thick.
Yeah. Perfect description.
Okay, so it's more impressive than he's letting on.
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, now that that's settled, it's been on my mind for years.
I know it has. You've mentioned it a couple times on the podcast.
I feel like you should know what your friends are packing. I don't know. I don't know why it's not a popular thing, I guess. But Hot Jake, let me see his.
Oh, in like where? The bathroom?
No, we were just at Supreme having pizza.
Oh, you just whipped it out. And
No,
like,
he showed me a picture.
Oh.
Well,
Okay,
yeah, you want the
that's
proper
more.
lighting and everything. You know, you don't want to.
He also got to, it's posed that way, right? Like, I'm sure it wasn't
You gotta
the
get
first
the shadow,
picture he
you
took.
know. The
Right.
shadow helps. So
Yeah, we all deserve to be seen at our best.
Yeah, so still waiting on that, Cole. And here I thought we were friends. I do want to talk a little bit about like how you guys met. Where did you guys meet? The first time you saw Cole, what did you think?
he's got some curly ass hair, and it's beautiful.
Curly ass hair, wow.
Yes. So
I did have
Cole's
longer hair back then.
he had way longer hair, and you can see, like, yeah, obviously his hair is a little bit
Yeah,
curly.
it's wavy because it's short.
Yep.
Lets it go a little bit more. Yeah.
It was long and it was it was almost like an afro without picking it, you know.
Yeah.
But
like a Peter Frampton,
yeah,
somewhere in that realm.
better. So we met in college, obviously. Feel free to interrupt me, but I was running basically like an SNL type show in college where we would do skits, live skits or film skits, and we would have every 3 months we would
Quarterly.
have a show. Quarterly, thank you. And every time we would need a comedian to do the hosting. And so we knew that there was a stand-up comedian group at Western, and when I took over the show, I decided to sit in, and Cole was there, and I was like, oh, he's cute. And then we started talking, and then I was like, hey, come do my show. And then
You did stand up as well, though. You didn't just do that.
I did
Did you do stand up?
a little bit.
Oh my God, I didn't know this. Do
Yes.
you remember your first joke? Okay, just give me the premise because that means it was bad. So
No,
just give me
it
the
was.
premise.
I thought it was funny. It was basically
Two
like
Jews walk into a bar.
Yeah, anti-Semitism is a great one.
it
in
hits every
2025.
single time.
Jesus Christ.
No, my
Well,
first
not
joke was sometimes I just stand in front of the microwave to make sure that my reproductive organs don't work, so I never have to worry about getting an abortion.
Whoa, okay. Went right for abortion off the top.
It was college, you know.
Yeah.
You're going either
I don't want to get pregnant.
you're either going like alt or edgy. Is
Yeah.
probably like where
Yeah.
you're where most folks are ending up.
Ooh, yeah.
But
I
I
just
got the
remember the
vas-
jokes I was doing in college.
I got the
Yeesh.
vasectomy, so she doesn't have to irradiate
Yeah.
her internal organs
Yeah,
anymore.
You can get some distance from the microwave.
Yeah,
Finally.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't
Go
have
watch
to do
30
the-
seconds of TV, you know?
Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to put my uterus in front of the microwave when it's above the stove,
It's like-
too. So
You're going to have to stand on the counter.
I
it's
gotta
the
get a ladder.
Stan Marsh approach to getting
Mm-hmm.
testicular cancer, where you've got to
Lower the microwave.
But where?
take it off the wall, put it in your lap.
Just plug it into an outlet in the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
here we go.
let's be clear. If you're irradiating yourself on purpose, let's not care about like the small logistics of. You don't give a fuck at that point.
Fair.
You're not the guy at Jonestown going like, "Well, what if we spill the cups afterwards?" Like, dude, it's
poison.
you're not gonna care.
Okay, so you guys met at Western. What was the first thing that jumped out about Cole to you physically? For me, it was his eyes.
They're stunning.
Mm-hmm.
They're,
You can't really. It doesn't really come up on camera.
They're
Cole's
piercing.
hating this, by the way, for all the people listening. Cole hates being showered with love and compliments. So
I thought you guys were gonna go with the double pinky toe.
No, I didn't notice that until
What's
about 2
happening?
years in.
It makes it sound so much more dramatic than it is, but it is the term for if you have like a split pinky toenail. It's a genetic thing. One of Mike's hand-me-downs, other than like an addictive personality.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. And a love of Skinnerd. Yeah, that's... Every time I have my diabetic foot test, because that's a part of being a recovering diabetic, they got to make sure it's not going to fall off. Every time the doctor's like, "Do you want to get that fixed?" And I have to tell the doctor, like, this is like a congenital, like there's no...
Also,
It's like a birth
it's
defect.
a little rude.
Excuse you?
I remember
did you
one
just
time I
say?
went to the doctor and he came in and he just looked at me and he went, "Huh, that's not what the doctor should be saying." He was looking at my head, by the way. That's what he was thinking about, and he came to the conclusion something's got to be wrong here. Your head should not be that big. And so he was like, "I think you might have this
Like a pituitary gland
yeah, he's
disorder.
like, "I think you might have this disorder. Do you mind if I test for it?" And I was like, "As long as I don't have to pay for it, I go crazy."
Do whatever
I
like
guess.
weird Tony
'Cause
Robbins
now
big
I
head test
kind
you
of want
want
to know. Turned out, no, just big head. Nothing wrong.
Oh,
Big head.
that's good news. though.
Unsightly, apparently, to make a to make a medical professional go, huh?
We're gonna run some tests. Also, does this test, is it that refined where it just goes just a big head? I just want to see how do you.
It's kind of like pass fail. Big head, or yeah, you got this going on.
It's like some literal phrenology shit going on here. Sorry though, I derailed your questions for Ashley. Talking about my foot.
Oh, penis covered. Blue eyes. No, that's pretty much. I got everything I need, so we can move on.
I mean, look at the guy. He's
Beautiful,
beautiful.
beautiful man.
He's
Oh,
beautiful.
you're both very flattering.
Let's shower him with more compliments to make him feel more uncomfortable.
Okay, you go. I got one, but you go.
Babe, your calves. Amazing.
Right? No, seriously.
Amazing.
This isn't not even a joke for the people listening. I need to express how much this is not a joke. Cole's calves are impressive.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't do any.
They're gorgeous.
I think it's the having being over 6 feet tall, but having like 29 inch legs. Like I got short guy legs, so I think it just has compressed the whole.
See,
I'm all torso.
I've always been fat, and I've always had skinny little lower legs. They used to call me Pix in college, so I stopped wearing shorts to school
Why would they call you?
because they said my legs look like toothpicks.
Because kids.
That's mean.
It's true, unfortunately. It was a dose of truth, and I needed it.
Yeah, that's what children will do to you. They cut to the
I
core.
haven't worn shorts since. But yeah, Cole's calves. I was gonna say his forehead looks sculpted, like,
He's got the caveman head,
Yeah,
which is.
I do have the Cro
but
Magnon
kind of
brow
in a beautiful way. Like,
Well, no.
I don't want to be
feel-
headbutted by that guy.
I feel like that's like some sort of like genetic advantage because women find that very attractive. You know,
You've got to, like-
otherwise they would never have been reproduced.
You've got to overcome that to defeat illiteracy. Because I feel like that's really, it's got to be a genetic disadvantage for like learning to read.
But you read
Why?
well.
Because it's in the way. What are you talking about?
I just mean that I think it reflects us in a less evolved state. I think yeah, exactly. I'm the guy looking at the cave painting. I'm not the guy doing it. I'm one level below. Or whoa, very impressed.
Yeah,
Easily impressed.
You're looking over from your drawing where it's just a circle as your head with arms coming directly off it. You're like, what is this guy doing with the? He's drawing the body.
So he's got a square T-shirt, but then he has stick arms. Okay.
I only had that specific example because that was me in kindergarten. I remember looking at everybody else's pictures as people were laughing at mine because I was behind. Clearly. Or I was just so focused on how big my head was. I was like, that's pretty much the gist of it. You don't even worry about the body or any of that.
It's like a Picasso, but I am trying to reflect real life here with that large head.
All right. I know Ashley had a lot of stuff she wanted to talk about, so we should get to the stuff Ashley wants to talk about. Or do you have anything else you want to say?
No. He's just
How hairy is
gorgeous
his back?
man.
I've never seen him with
not
the shirt
hairy. And very clear. Cole very
Pat-
rarely
I got some
has-
patches, though. There's some patchy hair. It's pretty funny.
But it's fun patchy. It's not like gross patchy.
Do you
like a
ever,
tuft here.
you were an acne guy? Were you one of those kids? Did you get acne?
Not too much. Some, like, definitely not zero, but no, not too bad. Not too crazy.
It's been perfect his whole life.
Oh,
Good
God.
for him.
Still
Cool.
is.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I have a lot of back hair. I actually got laser hair removal 16 times.
No, you didn't.
16 appointments.
Really?
I went in. They lasered it. I still fucking have back hair.
Recently?
Like 10 years ago. And I gave up. I wasn't going to keep paying $350 an appointment to get my back lasered when my back hair is more powerful than lasers.
That is what I'm
That's
getting out of this.
impressive. At that point, I got to let it go. Like, you win.
I wonder if you could find out
Interesting.
how many people that is ineffective for. Like, are you part
See,
of, like, the
I
rare
could find that
class
out,
of human
but is
here?
it going to make me feel better or worse?
Well, what's your heritage?
I'm basically a thoroughbred alcoholic. I'm German, Irish, and Polish.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
I think
Didn't
it's-
know that
I
those
think it's
would
coming
equal
from
hairy.
from the Polish.
Yeah.
Okay. The poles.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Pretty much everything undesirable on my body, which must
You're
mean my
gonna
penis is
attribute-
German.
You're gonna
Heyo.
attributing that to the polls right
Yeah.
there.
Giant head. Which one am I talking about? Okay, let's move on. We were
Okay.
talking about hairstyles in the NBA. This needs to be discussed. This was
Yeah.
phrased very specifically, Cole, so I'll let you read the question.
Yes, I do have Ashley's exact phrasing here because it's important. Are NBA hairstyles killing the NBA?
That's why the ratings are down.
The ratings are really down.
Yeah.
And I'm all for any theory.
It's not because of super teams and the majority of the talent in the league is on like 5 teams. It is because of the fucking hair. And we were saying this before, of all the sports to be fucking around with bad hair, why is it the sweatiest one?
The one where your hair is the most visible.
Yeah.
At least like soccer players, like, oh, I'm like slicking it back or I'm making it look nice. Who did I see the other day that prompted this question? He had like pigtails. Is it Chris DeRozan? Was that his
DeMar
name?
DeMar
DeRozan.
DeRozan?
Yeah, that is. Why do you want your head to look like a spider? I don't understand.
I like it when Coolio does it in the
Yeah.
in the
He's a
90s
rapper.
in a music video, but when you got to look up at the hoop,
Yeah,
this
I
is
know.
the Alfred Payton thing.
Oh
where
my
it's like,
god, you had to go there. That is
Oh.
the worst hair there's ever
yeah,
been.
I'm definitely going full nuclear here, but Alfred Payton, I don't know if you recall, but he had sort of it started reasonably, like it was like a bunched up dread situation, but then he would like pull it all the way forward and
So he had
and
this
bundle
thing
it,
flopping
so,
over,
yeah, it
and it
was-
flopped big time.
yeah,
It was so annoying. He'd like be putting a move on somebody, and I couldn't.
yeah. it
I
was
wasn't
like,
watching basketball at that point. I was watching this guy's fucking hair.
Yeah, it was like imagine a dread ponytail, but it was bunched in a way so that it would deliberately come like unicorn style.
It had to smell too. That was the only other thing I was thinking. It just looked like that smells bad. It was not good. Google it. Anybody who's like, Chris, you're being a jerk, go Google Alfred Payton. You will see how it smells.
Yeah, there were times where I swear to God you could see him having to move it out of his field of vision. Like, this is such a self-imposed injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's like people who were emo, like who wear their hair like this and would always like throw their hair back like that. You know this is going to inconvenience you at some point.
Might get
So-
scoliosis.
But
but
you
you
can
looked cool.
really emphasize your point.
You looked cool.
Shut up, Richard. Yeah.
I will say one other sport in which the hairstyles are very dumb. because I mean, probably the dumbest overall competitor in this sport is mixed martial arts, because you'll see the same thing, like guys with huge amounts of hair that then they can't see the punches coming in accurately.
Oh, God.
Clay Guida comes to mind, where it's like almost like a greasy caveman hairstyle. Like, that's fine for Eddie Vedder in 1992, but when you got punches coming at you, I would advise that you don't do that. Yeah.
Well, you tense up when you can see the punch coming, and you get more hurt that way. At
True.
least you're a ragdoll. You're relaxed.
This is like the theory for why the hammered driver always survives.
Yeah, exactly.
At least the women have the decency to braid their hair back, to be fair. So
Are you talking
women,
about in the fight game?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Women for the one. Just
Yeah,
saying.
there's definitely
On
less.
that and pretty much everything else in the
Fewer dumb hairstyles on that side of it.
I will say, bad hair will make me hate you for life. It makes me so mad. I'm always like, I mean, I got my own issues with hair happening, clearly.
So, yeah, it's a bit of like a jealousy, like a misuse of
It's
resources.
like, look what you have. Yeah, exactly. It's a misuse of resources. Look at what you have.
And look what you did.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope you're happy.
I hope they're not, ever.
Oh.
Get a fucking haircut. God, it makes me mad.
Then I'll hope for your happiness.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that the other topic here, and Ashley, you might have to take the reins, was related to basketball. What's up with that? Which is a new segment idea.
Yeah.
Just
Already love it. I don't even know what it is yet. Name alone, I love this. What's up with that?
somehow both of the what's up with that things are also both basketball related.
About white men.
Well, one of them. So first one is, remember when tall guys just walked around with canes instead of playing basketball?
Okay. Hear me
What's
out.
up with that?
Was that?
Do you remember all those weird photos from like the 1920s or 1930s where somebody would be like 7'9" and they'd be walking
It's a
around?
disability at that
Yeah,
point,
it's a disability. And now all of a sudden these guys are just running around on a basketball
Oh, he's
court.
6'5"? How long does he have?
Is he in hospice?
Now they're just exploited to be put on the basketball floor, and like they don't even have to jump to shoot
Yeah, you're
baskets.
supposed to have
It's just
back
like,
problems and waddle around. Get
Yeah.
out of my face.
How big is your foot?
I-
Does it hurt?
I will say there are certainly, like, there are NBA players, like Giannis is a good example, or Shaq, where they're obviously very tall, but the body type is like
Yeah.
proportionally.
They don't look like aliens like Wemby does.
Yeah, Wembanyama, Chet. I know Chet's not like the
Yeah.
tallest, but the body type where it's like, I'm just really worried you're gonna break.
Chet looks like he has giantitis. Brooke
Yeah.
Lopez is another guy like that. You're like, I don't know
Yeah.
what's wrong here, but something's wrong.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna be 7 feet tall, I expect a certain like beef to the frame to like
Yeah.
support all that bone structure. And when you
What's
see
up
like
with tall guys not having deep voices anymore?
who got rid of
That's
that?
that's the GMOs. It's fine.
I mean, some do. Like Joel Embiid, you know,
Yes, thank you.
he brings it on a nice
See,
deep.
there we go.
Yeah,
Same with Brooke Lopez. It's like you're talking so low, I can't even. You're so low, I'm not even sure I am catching the syllables here.
yeah, that is one. Like Embiid does almost sound like the Andre the Giant. Like you've got a little bit of the
And he
gigantism.
has an accent too, which I don't know about you,
Yeah,
but I
that-
never hear accents in that low of a timbre.
Yeah, that's what makes the Andre the Giant, like in the French accent, so fun.
Yeah.
What accent does Joel Embiid have?
It's also it's
From
French.
Cameroon,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's from Cameroon, but I thought it was like the sort of like
All I know
French
is
Cameroonian
he
accent.
pronounces the, duh, always good. That's always good. You're
Yeah.
automatically I love you when you talk that way. Oh god, that's why I love all the European players. They're so funny, except for Rudy Gobert,
Yeah, another.
who invented COVID. I think isn't that what happened?
He's definitely, for those. I mean, I know he's got his certain accolades and stuff, but those of us of a certain age that lived through the old COVID stuff, that's all we're gonna think about.
Yeah.
Is him jokingly touching all the microphones, not taking it seriously,
Oh, it's
and
that
And then the
guy.
league gets shut down the next day.
then about 6 minutes later.
Yeah.
And then they have all these like cardboard cutouts sitting in the stands like some weird fucking matrix. Okay. Thanks a lot.
I think it was Gobert that was in Wuhan and made it in that lab, right?
He's
Yeah.
attributed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was it. Anyway.
The only 7 foot tall French guy that was wandering around the Wuhan province at that point. Like, nobody saw him. Nobody-
Yeah. If I know how tall people in China works, a lot of people have pictures with them.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just going.
He was live at the scene. Okay, so the other one here, and I guess we've already touched on it a little bit, but what's up with that? This was Ashley's other question. What's up with white men who can now jump?
Jokic, Doncic.
Jokic really can't jump. I would say
I can't say his name right. Jokic,
I think
Jokic.
like Pat Connaughton,
Jokic.
somebody like that. It's like, okay, you're not good, but you can jump. Like this is suspicious.
Oh yeah, because didn't Planet Pat? He won the slam dunk comp. Or
I
did
don't
he
think
get
he won
to
it. He was in it.
He
though.
was in it. Okay, that's right.
But yeah, Mac McClung. That's another one. I was like, all right, dude,
That's right. Yeah,
calm down.
he can jump, but he can barely play basketball. He's like on the other end of the.
Every time the dunk contest comes around, they're like, all right, somebody go get him from the G League so he can participate.
Exactly. Like, all right, we found a white man that can jump, but he has no fundamentals. We've overcorrected here.
That's what it is. There's a trade-off. Do you want to be able to jump? Well, see, Jokic and Doncic, neither of them can really jump, but
Yeah,
they're
they're a bit
extremely
doughy.
good.
Yeah,
They're very good.
Their court IQ is high.
They're such Pillsbury Doughboys too. It's my favorite thing. Watching Luka Doncic like school somebody while he wears a T-shirt under his jersey. Oh, it makes me laugh.
Speaking of the T-shirt under the jersey, are we for or against that?
I think that's worse than wearing a T-shirt in the pool. Honestly.
I don't.
Really?
I will say I've never liked it. I think that there are certain guys that have done it
Boo,
so
show
long.
us some skin.
I want to see the shoulders.
I think that there are people where if you've like owned it for such an amount of time, I do come to expect or like respect it. But overall, no, I would never do that.
You
I
know,
always hated
I
it.
hated Dwight Howard, famed for having the best shoulders in the history of the NBA. That's pretty much it.
Famed for the not 4-time defensive player of the year or anything. Not going to the hall.
He started wearing a shirt at the end of his career, and that was pretty upsetting.
Yeah, that's one too where it's sort of
Notice
like
his stats fell off.
you're also leaning into
Not
the
because he's old or
speculation.
anything. That's
It's
fine.
the shirt.
Yeah.
I think at that point you're leaning into the speculation that you're over the hill too. Now you're wearing a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna do that, do like the Patrick Ewing thing, where it's like that guy was wearing a shirt when he was 17. Also, he looked like he had 3 kids at that point. Like he looked really grown.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, then let me ask you this: if you have a shirt under a jersey, short sleeve, is that different from a long sleeve shirt?
Oof, long sleeve is criminal. You should
That's-
go to jail for that.
yeah. I think they put you under the one in the where the Eagles play. They lock you under the stadium.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so bad. See, I thought
So
the
bad.
long
Yeah.
the long sleeve shirt was better for me than even like the
No,
shirt.
that's. No, I think
at me a
Mitt
little too much.
Romney at the Warriors game when I think long sleeve under the jersey, where it's like,
Oh, he
great
had a
photo op.
button up though, didn't he?
But you're too close to that. You've gone way too far already.
If you do that, you also wear your jeans at your belly button.
Yeah.
Okay, women do that. Men do not.
Oh,
That's my
okay,
point.
well,
Okay,
no, like
I'm worried about that guy eating like hot dogs directly out of the bag. Like I'm worried about like really sinister conduct.
Yeah, with
When
no
you got the-
condiments at all.
Yeah, just
Not even
this
fucking
is
with
what
the fun.
people should
truly
do.
raw dogging it. Yeah, that's how you're gonna lose voters. This guy ate a raw hot dog. We threw him in jail. Okay. Now I've got some other. Those were sort of the NBA things, and our new segment. What's up with that? I think we've covered.
We're doing that
What
forever.
is
I-
up with that?
I
you know?
do like how we said, "What's up with that?" White men who can jump. We named the 2 best white players. Came to the conclusion that neither can really jump. So, like, and then named like 2 kind of like terrible players. Like, can Tyler Harrow jump? Maybe I don't know. Mostly shoots threes. I agree with you fundamentally, babe. But it is funny that was the energy we gave.
Can they
It was-
both dunk? Yes.
Okay, well, yeah,
Being 7
fair.
foot helps.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So why aren't they walking with canes?
Good point. And lower your voice when you're talking to me.
Throw an accent on. Okay, this was Ashley's Gucci or Greasy question here. And this is an interesting one. This could take a while. Novelty songs.
Hear me out.
Well, do we need to define what a novelty song is first?
Sure.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to say generally greasy. If we're talking like novelty song, I'm thinking somebody's taking a different song and they're changing the words. I'm thinking Weird Al. If it's Weird Al, Amazing. Not greasy at all. Gucci
I
all
think
the
that
way.
that's more parody song, which is that is part of novelty, but I think
Okay.
novelty is a broader tent than just that.
Okay, what are you thinking? What's your description for novelty then?
Well, I think that one arena of novelty songs would be like listening to like cartoon musical songs out of the context of the musical is or in some cases certain one-hit wonders can be novelty songs like the Macarena or something like that. I'll also say certain songs that only emerged basically because of like a commercial that people then where that's like its entire presence in like the
So
public
basically, we're talking about
conscious-
annoying songs.
No, I
No,
would.
it's novelty. I think is more like it's not necessarily made to get onto the Billboard Top 20. Like the original impetus for creating it is not normal. Creating Hotel
I gotta
California.
hear what Ashley's got because she thinks she's got a home run right now.
No,
so
I don't have a home run.
I'm curious.
But I will say it's different than like cartoon songs too. Like the Ghostbusters theme. That's a banger, but a novelty song.
It is a novelty song. It was made for the movie. It wasn't made to get onto the charts and like launch Ray Parker Jr.'s career.
You would
No.
be embarrassed if you had it on really loud at a stoplight.
I wouldn't.
I think that
Oh wow!
but
I wouldn't.
you may have more stones than me.
I agree with you on that, but I do think that your energy or like that energy is correct with like a lot of novelty songs. A lot of the time you might be embarrassed to blast it at the stoplight.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to listen to the hamster dance at full volume when I know other people can listen to it.
Not full volume.
I'm going to turn it down a little bit when I
Oh,
stop.
okay. So are we
but
also talking like "Blue" by Eiffel 65?
Yes, that's
yeah,
a novelty
I think that
song.
that's
Because that's a
what-
one-hit wonder,
Yo,
like Will said.
listen up. Here's a story.
I think that a one-hit wonder combined with like sort of like a bizarre sound too, like is every like is like closing time. No, that's not a
That's Third
novelty
Eye
song.
Blind.
Well, no, they didn't do closing time. But
It's not Third Eye Blind?
no,
No, I think it's semisonic or something like
think
that.
that's
Oh
right,
my
yeah.
God. Okay.
But my point there is that that's not novel. That's just a one-hit wonder. But some one-hit wonders do like because of like a really silly sound that makes them popular, like "Blue" by Eiffel 65. Like, yeah, I think that's so. It's a broad tent. So there's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, I think that we kind of have it defined here. Music that was.
Stacy's mom.
That's an interesting one because I think that's a really good song, genuinely.
I wouldn't call that a novelty song.
That
either.
one is interesting because it's definitely a funny song, but it's made by a real band as like an earnest single from an actual album. So that's where I go, maybe not novelty. On
Hopefully those guys from Eiffel 65 aren't listening in right now because
that. They're getting fucking spit roasted here.
yeah, or
I
Hadaway.
hope they are.
Okay, so now that we've got it established, Chris, do you want to take a stab? You started to say you feel that they're on the greasy side.
I'm gonna stick with greasy. Yeah.
That's
You're
fair.
bullshit. I hate you. They're Gucci as fuck. Okay, let me ask you this: are jock jams novelty songs?
This is gonna take a long time if we're gonna get this litigious.
we won't get too
Okay,
into
define
the
jock
depths.
jams.
Pump up the jam.
Oh, that is so Gucci. Could we pump up the jam right now? I would love to.
So you're saying novelty songs are Gucci?
No, I think. That
Oh,
that's-
you tricked me.
Ah,
That doesn't
got
count.
him.
Because you also just classified it as something else entirely.
Shit.
By calling it jock
I,
jams.
I don't think that. Yeah, I think jock jams are different. It's like a stadium song. But okay, in order to keep this moving along, I'm going to say Gucci. There are too many that I enjoy. There are
Okay.
some that do drive me nuts, but yeah, there's quite a few.
Okay, name the one that I listen to the most that drives you nuts.
Most of the things that you listen to that drive me nuts are not novelty, I would say. I can't think of a novelty.
What is it?
No.
Huh? Oh, well, for years it was Hit 'Em Up. That Just so agitating.
Cole doesn't like the whole Tupac Biggie feud and like them killing each other and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
the part where they die shortly thereafter kind of puts a dour tone, kind of casts a dark pall
But it's
over
a
the whole thing.
banger. It's a banger.
Yeah, it's definitely
Gangbanger, am I right?
such a banger that it left 2 dead.
It's fair.
No, there's not. I don't think there are any novelty songs that you listen to that truly drive me nuts.
There was one time, I will say, that Cole and I got into one of the biggest fights in our relationship where we were listening to Juice WRLD.
You were listening to. I was subject to. I was party to. I was present for.
Oh my God, I just have to say for the listeners, when Cole gets grumpy, I know how it feels for him and it can't be good, but it is so entertaining.
This one wasn't that entertaining.
Oh God. Right now, he's annoyed right now. It's not even happening. He's just annoyed at the story. Continue though. What happened? So you were both listening to
we
Juice
were
WRLD.
driving to his
Our
car.
own Juice WRLD songs.
Or we were driving to a friend's or something, and Juice WRLD's like, I don't even remember the song because I don't even care about that guy right now, but he's like, this song sucks. And I got so upset, and he's like, let me out.
Yeah, okay, you've
That's it.
truncated.
That's all that
Yeah,
happened.
exactly. That was the entire. We jumped right to that.
That sounds like Cole.
I have to admit that
He
if
did
there
walk
was,
6 miles home.
if there was, yeah, that's. I think that was the threat. If there's any artist that I would walk 6 miles in order to not listen to, Juice WRLD is probably up there.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
But he's dead, so.
That's. I don't know if we're gonna bounce back from that one. I wasn't wishing for his death, but I certainly was wishing for that song to be over.
You got your wish.
So,
All his songs.
okay. Best replacement host: Ken Jennings, Drew Carey, or Wayne Brady.
Let's be clear. Ken Jennings replaced Alex Trebek. Drew Carey replaced Bob Barker. And Wayne Brady replaced some other fucking guy.
It doesn't matter because the answer is always Wayne Brady.
Yeah,
Really?
For everything ever.
Ken Jennings is a scab, so I'm not naming him.
Oh.
He's from Edmonds, Washington, Cole. You take that back.
Do you have loyalty to Edmonds?
Not at all. Jim Edmonds, maybe.
Yeah, there we go. Great center fielder.
I think Drew Carey has done a really good job.
Yeah, he's been solid.
Then tell me why less and less pets are getting spayed and neutered, Cole.
Do you have the stats for that? We have the.
I saw it on Instagram. I could not possibly back this up. I'm just saying.
I mean, if you saw it on Instagram, I'll take that. That's better than making it up on the fly.
What about you?
I'm also going Wayne Brady. I can't go Ken Jennings.
I'm extremely pro Wayne Brady. I mean, if you're making Wayne Brady an option.
Well, Wayne Brady has a number of novelty songs.
Okay.
Did he make him up on the fly?
He did.
God, whose line is it anyway? One of the best shows of all time. Am I
Absolutely.
right?
That's crazy. Drew Carey, Wayne Brady,
I know.
novelty songs.
We got to get Colin Mockery a job.
Where
As
is
a
he?
host. So-
What is he doing right now?
They're actually touring, doing a live I think it's called Who's Live.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's him and
Ryan Stiles.
Thank you, Ryan Stiles, who's my favorite person on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Also owned a comedy club in Bellingham. I think when you guys were
Yeah,
with
the
me
Upfront.
there.
Yeah.
The Upfront. Yeah,
We saw him once, I think.
really?
Yeah.
I performed at the Upfront once.
I did too. I had to do the Gateway show where you go up and you do a set sober, and then they get you mind-fuckingly high, and then you have to go and attempt to do stand-up again.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got one of my best jokes ever out of it, talking about being stoned at the grocery store and deciding to go through self-checkout instead of having to do human interaction with actual people, but that I was buying alcohol. And so I had to deal with people anyway, but that moment where it's like the worst possible moment a stoned person could get at the grocery store when it's like, an attendant has been notified to assist you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're
Get
like,
me out of here.
no.
We're calling the cops.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got this next question. I'm going to phrase it exactly how Ashley said it.
Uh-oh.
Favorite cryptid, and why is it the Mothman?
Oh, because it's definitely Chupacabra.
Boo.
Big time. Every time I see a coyote, I'm like, for a second, I'm like, I finally have seen the chupacabra, and then I realize it's a coyote.
The
And then you
chupacabra.
realize I should be worried for the coyote.
Yeah.
The chupacabra isn't even that scary of a cryptid. The Mothman is a man that's flying around
Yeah.
that could grab you. Look at Jeepers Creepers.
Okay, I've spent a lot of time putting on this much weight to not be grabbed by some moth.
Well, actually, that's a
What's he gonna do?
really fair point.
Eat this jersey. What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
Jersey Devil. More like, blah, blah.
See, that's my favorite. My favorite is the Jersey Devil.
Really?
What is the Jersey Devil?
Exactly. What is
Martin
the
Brodeur?
Jersey Devil? Yeah, what is the Jersey Devil?
He's a devil.
He's basically like a version of the Mothman, but he's from Jersey, and they named
So he has an accent.
They named an entire hockey team after him. Yeah. He really likes the pork roll,
Really wants
egg,
the
and cheese.
gabagool.
Yeah. No, I like the hyper regionalized ones that like don't really have any, because like the Loch Ness Monster, it's very regionalized, but everybody knows about it. The Jersey Devil is a more
It couldn't get much more regionalized than they're basically saying it's in this place.
It's like that's
You're not
a
going to
very
find
big,
it
like-
any place else. It's
Yeah.
here. People have searched and they're like, it's not fucking there, man.
We know.
Right there.
We've been around
I'm
every
almost
single
positive.
piece of Jersey.
You know how
It's not there.
You know how much spooky shit there is in the actual ocean? The problem is you're sticking yourself in a lake there. You just got to go out into the open waters, and you'll find plenty of spooky stuff that's probably scarier than the Loch Ness Monster.
Chupacabra.
Oh, there we go. Is this this is the Jersey Devil right here? Yeah, see?
Yeah, he looks like a camel.
No, he looks more like a bizarro dragon.
No, look at his facial structure.
Okay, I'm not looking at bone. I'm looking at the dragon-like wings.
Is that Charizard?
Yeah, see?
No, it is not. How dare you?
Yeah. So, Jersey Devil, yeah, big fan. It was good enough for a hockey team. It's good enough for me.
Oh, I didn't even think about that being their name. It all makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, because it's like, why would the devil be from New... I mean, that makes sense.
And none of us said Bigfoot because he's real.
He goes by many names, though. It's Bigfoot,
Brooke Lopez.
Sasquatch, Yeti, Abominable Snowman.
Yeah, but everybody's
That's true.
claiming him. It's all fucked up. He's clearly from the Pacific Northwest, but now we got like Utah being like, yeah, pretty sure he's here. Okay.
They
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, he went to a dry county, sure.
Yeah.
He's fermenting his own liquor.
I'll believe he was living there until they traded Donovan Mitchell. And then at that point, there's no way he's still in Utah.
Is that not a scarier cryptid? He has red eyes. He looks like.
It wasn't scariest cryptid. It was favorite. So,
Why is Donald Trump tweeting about the moth?
Holy shit.
oh, that's from Business
Okay,
Insider.
now I'm scared.
Okay. All right. The president has talked about the Mothman. That is a concern.
Shocker. Because he usually talks about things that are true.
Here's why West Virginia celebrates a winged humanoid cryptid. You don't get humanoid in many Business Insider articles. I'll just say that.
He quoted Senator Joe Manchin.
We're going to have to read this because we have people listening. Not everybody can see this.
No, it's okay. I don't think. I think that this will be too much attempted riffing here to try to suss out why our president was tweeting about the Mothman.
He believes.
Or he is.
Or he. Nice.
So I'm going to hit the questions that I think are really important.
Now, Meth Man,
got 20.
that would be scary.
Meth Man is, yes, but we all live with Meth Man in some form or another.
Or
Yeah.
Method Man.
You ever been to
you
that?
know?
It's- exactly. Have you been to the Upper Panhandle? All right. Favorite food topping? Now this is an interesting. What constitutes a
pepperoni
topping?
count?
I think so.
It's pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
I ate a bag of pepperoni accidentally the other day.
That's-
Accidentally?
I was going to have a couple of little, little
yeah, it
discs.
spiraled out of control.
Yeah. I opened and threw away that bag in the same day.
Yeah,
Oops.
I'm not proud,
we've all been there.
but I am overweight.
Pepperoni's a very strong nominee. That's a very strong nominee.
Ooh, jalapenos. I love jalapenos. Mm.
I'm super picky when it comes to food, as Cole knows.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We have a thing we specifically cannot talk about on the show. I already warned Cole. We can't go there. So
Ketchup?
don't bring it up. No,
Oh,
I didn't
oops.
know we weren't supposed to go there. Let's talk about ketchup. We've talked
Oh,
about it on
no.
the show.
Oh, no,
plenty
I
before.
don't like ketchup.
You don't like ketchup?
No, I like ketchup fine.
But
Like,
you don't
it's-
like ketchup.
No, I don't
like
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 ketchup.
Katie's relatives do. Yeah. Oof.
I didn't know if I was okay to say that.
Oh
No, it's
I
your-
think we
it's your-
covered it pretty heavily on the first episode of the
Yeah, it's
show.
your cheese
actually.
rules.
Oh,
Don't want to talk about it.
too bad.
I'm very pro cheese.
I'm sorry, but I am also pro cheese in certain cases.
That's not how
I
this
can
works.
eat pizza.
Okay.
I like Cheez-Its. Don't ever give me a slice of cheese on a hamburger
Get the fuck out.
or a
What?
sandwich.
Cole looks
Cole
dead
looks
inside.
so irritated. I'm sorry, babe.
Oh, it's just made up because it's. I think of.
Excuse me?
I think of not
My
like.
life is made
I
up.
think it
I-
might be
I-
Cole not getting it right home.
I
tonight.
think it's. I think that when you don't like a food, you like a food or you don't like a food, and that when so many weird rules emerge, that at a certain point I just feel like it's bullshit.
it's called mental health, Cole. It's a mental health disorder.
Please, can I
'Cause-
be happy for once?
Because I don't sometimes eat mushrooms. I think mushrooms can get fucked for always.
Me too. Sometimes they make me go crazy.
And this is the real issue is that ordering food from somewhere, if there's not like a definitive confirmation that we will be able to get it without cheese, then we gotta
Really? Oh, this goes
we gotta
deep.
bail. Yeah, we gotta
pivot.
bail.
We gotta pivot.
So that's where it's exhausting.
I'm sorry. That's fair. I'll take that answer. But also,
So you probably won't just like eat cheese. Charcuterie is out the window.
Oh,
no.
absolutely
Ew, no.
not.
I would never just take a piece of cheese and like put it in my mouth.
I remember one time I was on the road with Gabriel Rutledge, and I absolutely baffled him to the point he had to call his wife at like midnight because we were at a Safeway, and I bought just a small brick of sharp cheddar cheese, Tillamook. And
Ugh.
The
he was
good
like,
stuff.
Yeah, thank you. He's
The
like,
red label.
what are you gonna do with that? I was like, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
He's like, you're just gonna eat a brick of cheese? I was like, fuck yeah. I'm gonna put on some American pickers, have a beer, and eat some cheese.
I mean, I'm not gonna just stare at the wall while I do it. Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
yeah. We could not possibly be further from each other on this.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say about it.
I've heard my mom say everything's better with cheese more than I've heard her say I love you. So I've eaten a lot of cheese in my life.
I will admit there are a couple like persuasions of cheese where I'm like, this is not my favorite iteration of the old
Goat. Cottage.
Cottage is
Yeah,
the one
get-
where I'm like,
How
Get
dare you sully
fucked.
cheese's good name
get fucked,
with
dude.
cottage? No.
It's something about the like cheesiness.
Okay.
It's my favorite part about it,
Well-
actually.
Okay. Let's circle back though to the original question, which is favorite topping.
Cheese.
So you got pepperoni. That's got to be a strong choice for you as well.
It's a s-
Jalapeno's a strong nominee.
Both of those are strong choices because I like both of those. I don't know what toppings I really have on my food.
Babe, you created this
I was
question.
going to say, wasn't this your question?
It was my question, but now I'm thinking like, what the fuck? What did I think of?
Beans, all
So-
sorts of different beans you can go with. Put beans
Yeah,
on stuff.
so I've got it
I'm just
narrowed
thinking about
down.
nachos
While
right now.
while you think about it, I've got it narrowed down to two, and they're definitely on the lighter topping side of things. But I think that the things I use the most: Parmesan cheese, red pepper flakes.
Ooh, red pepper flakes.
I think that a lot of versatility there.
I throw red pepper flakes in a lot of different things.
On that topic, I use a lot of hot sauce. That's probably the only other one, but that's more. I think it is a condiment different from a topping.
What's your hot sauce of choice?
Depends on what I'm eating. Absolutely depends on what I'm eating. So if I'm eating classic Mexican food or also even pizza rolls, I'm going with the Tapatio, the
Holy
The
fucking
Cholula.
shit. Hot Cholula, yeah. Hot sauce and pizza rolls have never crossed my mind.
but then if I'm going with like pho, I got to go with the sriracha. Or if I'm going with I'm trying to think of like sometimes with like the street style tacos instead of, I'll get like the better some of the hotter hot sauce out.
Yeah.
We got a lot of choices, but is a condiment different from a topping? I don't know, is that
That's what I was gonna
Yeah,
ask.
that's a
I
condiment
think that's
for sure.
I think that's different from a topping. Whereas I would say like a cheese, throwing a cheese on something or a pepper flake or jalapenos, that to me is a topping.
The pepper flake is a strong contender. I had never eaten pepper flakes on my pizza until,
Really?
yeah.
Despite every pizza restaurant
Yeah.
ever.
What is
having
this packet for? Just throw it away.
I never did Parmesan cheese either. I still don't do Parmesan, but the red pepper flakes I've grown very fond of.
Yeah.
Would you consider sweet and sour sauce?
That's in a condiment realm.
That's a
again.
condiment.
Yeah.
Then it's red pepper flakes.
Okay.
I can get behind that.
We've got some consensus. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Bed space ratio. We're down to like 14, 15 minutes here. So
Okay.
how is your guys' bed space broken down?
Oh, Katie and I both have about 25% each.
Yeah.
And then Kendall sleeps like Christ the Redeemer. So she's got about 50% right in the middle
Yep.
of the bed. It's gnarly. It's not my favorite thing. when I try to take some back, she's still going to sleep like Christ the Redeemer. It just means that I have a hand on my face.
Smacking you.
Yeah. So,
Where's Moose?
not in bed.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
no.
Our dogs don't come in bed either.
Really?
That's
See,
crazy.
Well, one of them doesn't. But one of them does. Loki is too old to be getting on the bed these days.
Yeah. Got to protect those hips.
Yeah. Exactly.
Her hips are good. It's the knees.
Yeah.
That'll happen.
But
God,
yeah.
so Rusty's in bed.
Rusty is in bed.
Can you
and,
describe Rusty for the listeners?
Hellion. He's orange. He's named after his fur color. His full name is Rusty Shackelford, named after Dale Gribble. But he's very rowdy. The people love him because he's a very happy, excitable guy. He's also the most vocal dog I've just about ever. All he does is grumble about stuff. So if you move him when he's in bed, you'll get like a.
He's pissed.
Yeah, he doesn't like it, and sometimes he'll really get mad. He also defends Ashley when she sleeps. So if I approach Ashley when she's asleep, he'll like start to growl at me.
You had your chance for sex earlier. So you get out of here.
Like, I gotta let her know that we're ordering the food, Rusty. But yeah,
From
he tells me you gotta fuck off. She's asleep.
He's a good boy. But
He's-
yeah.
But he takes 40% of the bed though.
Yeah.
I
He's
would
got
say
more legs, take up more space. Right?
he's a leggy boy. But also, our new cat has been taking up some space too recently. So Felix is our newest pet. But sometimes he'll come into the bed and he'll sit in between or in the nook of Cole's knees. And then I don't want to disturb him. So we kind of like scoot apart. So we really get.
Piece of shit. Scumbag cat. He jumped on my chest this morning at like 4:45. Like
Read the room.
A 10-pound cat. Yeah, seriously. You trying to give me a heart attack?
Yeah, I'm not against animals in bed. Moose will not. He's got no interest. He will come in bed for a little bit, like it used to be when Katie would leave for work in the morning because she has to be to work at like 5. She would,
Slut.
tell slut.
Katie, I get it.
She would, tell Moose to come up on the bed, and he would lay there, but he just like gets. Eventually, he's just like, "This is weird," and he fucking leaves.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, he can't handle it for more than like 15 minutes. And he fucks off. Will not cuddle. I've never met a less cuddly dog in my life.
Oh, Moose will
He
leave.
likes
gets-
the pets, though.
Oh, big
Oh, yeah.
time. But he gets real stiff if you start.
Like
trying to
hugging
cuddle. He gets-
on you.
he's just like-
and
I can't breathe.
Yeah, like rigor mortis is set in. He's just.
he's a good dog.
He is a good dog.
I really like Moose a lot. And he's soft and
He's cute and dumb. What else can you ask for?
Kendall and him are still getting along pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. Next question I've got here. Ashley had, in reference to the old Great Molasses Flood, which I believe we've talked about,
Probably.
which liquid would you like to be drowned in?
I'm gonna say water.
That's lame. That's a lame
Yeah,
answer.
if we're going other than water, probably nacho cheese.
Ooh, that one I like.
I was going to say cum.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well,
Nacho
I
cheese.
thought we assumed that was the first thing.
That's
Obviously,
We
cum.
were all under the assumption that cum was the number one.
Wait.
liquid.
Who's cum?
that's
A little bit of
Jeter.
this, a little bit of that.
Jeter? I'm definitely down. It's cheater.
What's your choice?
Oh, it's sweet and sour sauce.
Okay.
Since I can't use it as like a topping, I'm gonna have to use it.
We had to find a way for this episode to be pro sweet and sour sauce.
True. I was okay. Now that we're on that
A1.
topic, I was thinking maybe Baja Blast, but maybe the carbonation would be too much.
See,
so maybe drown me in Capri Sun.
Exactly. I thought Coke Zero, but the
Capri
bubbles,
Sun.
it would be
Yeah,
painful.
it's not good. Yeah.
Then I thought Gatorade. That's a lot of sodium to go down with.
Yeah, but the electrolytes.
The electrolytes.
As
yeah.
you drown, as
It's
your
going to be
death
electrolyte.
rattle.
I'm gonna feel so strong.
All right, well, that was an easy one. We all had answers to that one quite quickly. Okay, I'm going to do one last general question, and then we'll do a little This Week in History and wrap her up.
Sweet.
So this question is really for Ashley, first and foremost. How do you feel watching a Seahawks versus Packers game?
Yeah, household divided. Is it stressful? Do you enjoy it?
Honestly, I don't know if I'm as big of a fan of the Seahawks as Cole is of a fan of the Packers. So once they're playing together,
You just want to see Cole happy.
I just want to see Cole happy, honestly.
Especially because if they lose, I'm going to beat the shit out of them. That was an extremely dicey joke.
that
I
sounds
never expected you to make that joke. That's why I laughed so hard.
sounds so stupid, but I do, in college, I think we were together when they had the Hail Mary game.
Oh yeah, I threw
God.
some plastic furniture off the deck.
He
and
threw
a couple
some
plates.
plastic furniture off the deck, and they threw some like porcelain plates, and I was
That was
just
more
sitting
fun
there
than
like,
anything.
this is
In
fun.
fairness, the Seahawks fans that were celebrating, Gunner was also throwing plates in the street. We were both out there like, all right, we're both throwing a plate in the street, right? For our own various reasons.
Seems like a good time.
It's
It was a good time. I like hearing the breaking of plates on the street,
Mazel tov.
Yeah. But no, I mean, again, I'd rather see Cole happy than. I think again he cares more about football than I do.
Cole, we all just want to see you happy, man.
That's very thoughtful, you guys.
Show me your penis.
Stop it.
All right, we're going to go This Week in History now. We've got 4 questions here. I think they're pretty good ones. The first one might be the hardest one, though, so we'll start with that. February 2nd, 1887, in Puxatawney, Pennsylvania, the first Groundhog Day is observed. What is the dumbest American holiday?
Other than that one?
It's Groundhog's Day. That's literally the answer. You're waiting for a fucking rodent to tell you whether the seasons change.
It does sound very, like, pagan or something.
Should we
That's stupid.
sacrifice one of them to...
Well, I would even say it's dumber than Flag Day.
You killed Puxatawney Phil.
He's dead. Flag Day.
It's actually not the same guy.
What
Or
do you-
rodent.
Why would you... No. Seriously?
They've been swapping him out.
Now, what is Flag Day fundamentally? Are we celebrating the American flag? Are we celebrating
Just flags in general, man.
vexillology?
I love flags.
Okay.
Vexillology.
So just any flag that I'm just like Lesotho, boom, give me that.
Love it.
Yeah.
I think it was the Confederates' last shot to have something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We gotta.
Yeah, we should maybe find this out for the
It's
next
just a
episode.
white flag.
Why Flag Day?
Flag Day is a pretty funny one, though. Like,
It is. Is there a funnier one?
should we salute to Betsy Ross?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she would be the hero of the day. But again, if it's international, she only invented ours. Flags have been around a long time.
Oh, so Flag Day is the international day of flags.
Well, that's what I was asking, is if it's strictly celebrating our flag or if it's like flags all around.
Why
Yeah.
did we pick that day too?
Yeah, right?
And why isn't it the day after the Super Bowl?
Hold on, I think we have a tiny bit of time here. Let's see what Wikipedia says. It's just in the USA. And commemorates our adoption, and it's June 14th. Designated by Woodrow Wilson. And I guess that's all she wrote. Also the birth date of the United States Army. So there you go.
So that's
But
the
it's
reason.
not.
It's the birth date of the
And then you want to call it Army Day because then you got the Navy coming and everybody wants a day.
and the Air
fucking
Force and the
bucket of
Space
syrup.
Force and then whatever else fuck.
Everybody wants to be included. Okay. Also February 2nd, 1954, the Detroit Red Wings, the hockey team, play in the first outdoor hockey game by any NHL team in an exhibition against the Marquette Branch Prison Pirates.
Oops. Okay.
If you could watch any sport in an unusual location, what and where would it be?
I feel like the thing that we have planned is going to be really fucking cool. So for our honeymoon, we plan to go to Thailand, and seeing kickboxing in Thailand sounds really cool.
That should be a fun time.
So there's 2 different stadiums that they do it in too.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. Yeah, the 2 big ones.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sumo's on ice.
See,
Sumo's on ice?
Mhm.
yeah.
Have you ever heard a fat person fall on ice? Like a
I mean,
really
I've
fat
fallen
person.
on ice, so yeah.
Boo, no, come on. Come on. We're all about self-celebration here, Ashley. Unless I'm calling myself fat. But I always follow it up with something nice. Like,
Yeah.
you got a big wiener. Something like that.
Something like that. Or exactly that.
In that realm.
Yeah, Sumo's on ice. Yeah. It's just the sound would be really funny. I think it would be worth it. There'd be a lot more falling.
See, I would love to see, I don't know if they ever really do this anymore, but back in like the 80s and early 90s, maybe throughout the 90s, they would do fights outside like on the Vegas Strip. So you'd go to like,
Oh, that's
street
fights.
they'd have like their little, they'd set up their outdoor arena, but you were outside on the Strip, and they could set that up because you could reliably like not get rained on and shit.
This reminds me of when we talked about car jujitsu.
Oh yeah, car jujitsu. Yeah, my favorite YouTube sport.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah, that's real stupid. Car jujitsu on the moon. That's my actual.
Yeah.
On the moon.
On the moon?
Yeah.
Can
Well,
you?
we all know the moon doesn't exist.
Well, I gave you
Well,
I gave you my first answer, which was a very real, doable thing.
Okay,
and then-
bowling on lava.
the bowling ball would melt.
All
Bowl of
right.
lava.
We've got our third of the 4 history questions here. February 3rd, 1637. Tulip mania collapses within the Dutch Republic. And just a little history lesson. Tulip mania was where the speculative market behind tulip bulbs, the flowers, got real expensive. People all wanted the latest and greatest tulip bulbs, and then the market fell through. What's the dumbest thing that you've ever spent money on? Or
Pretty much
regret.
everything I spend.
I was going to say the exact same thing, Chris. Gambling.
Yeah, well, that's just gifting somebody else. Hey, we did take their land. So.
Do you want my money? Here you go.
Yeah.
gambling that's a fair one. That's a fair one.
So for the longest time, I would buy every Packers first round draft picks jersey. For any of you Packer fans out there, you're already putting together 2 and 2 here. Not many of our first round picks end up being awesome.
Yeah, if you'd done that with third round picks, like you'd have, maybe second actually.
So you buy a $250 Dayton Jones jersey, and you can't even sell it on eBay for 30 hoots 5 years later.
Not even to
So-
a guy named Jones.
Yeah, not even to Dayton's mother. So that's probably more specifically the dumbest thing. I stopped doing that because we kept missing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Thank God I made that decision to stop the year we drafted Demarius Randall. That might be the most embarrassing jersey to own.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, it's worse than Kevin King for sure.
What about you?
WD-40 scented cologne.
That's really fair.
Oh, the holy water seltzer, hard seltzer.
What happened to that? Did you give
Oh, I
that to
Was
somebody?
that a Russell Wilson thing or?
No, it's a
he's too much of a
mischief thing.
fucking nerd. No, it was holy water hard seltzer that I bought from Mischief. I gave one to Joe, but yeah, I still have a 6-pack. We'll have it on the show if you want. Crack one.
Fuck yeah.
Get ordained, motherfucker.
Yes.
And then also I had an email for a while that I paid for that was Kangaroo Jack Nicholson at heavensgate.biz.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I don't have that email anymore, though, so I can't demonstrate how, but that was a stupid one. Those are probably the big three.
These all sound good to me.
Money makers.
Yeah.
Money makers.
Okay, final. Wait, babe, what was yours? What's your dumbest waste of money? Is it still just gambling? It's not, okay.
It's gambling on Pokemon cards, Magic cards, just lottery, whatever.
Okay, final question. We'll wrap up. February 5th, 1958, a hydrogen bomb known as the Tybee bomb is lost by the U.S. Air Force off the coast of Savannah, Georgia, never to be recovered. What's the most important thing, what's the most important thing you've ever misplaced?
A bomb? That is gnarly. I had this hard drive with a lot of porn on it. A lot of porn. And when you have it on a hard drive, you don't get the viruses. So it was all the good stuff without any of the bad stuff. No clue where it went. I'm convinced I was burgled.
Truly your Library of Alexandria up in smoke there.
Yeah. A lot of Brandy love on that thing. But that was bad. I don't really lose stuff. So when I do lose something, I remember that's the thing that I've lost.
That's
other than like car keys. You eventually find those.
That's true.
Your passport, your license.
One time my brother, when he was a little kid, he took my dad's car keys and he hid them in a bicycle, like the little zip pouch in the seat. Mike never found those, so he just had to hotwire his car. And then every morning to get to work, he hotwired his car. Yeah. So that's my nomination.
I don't know why, but I feel like today's going to be a great day.
God. Was that an SNL skit?
Yeah, absolutely.
The one thing that I've lost that I'm very, very upset about is me and my siblings had like one of those big video cameras my dad bought us, and we used to film like random shit that we would do around the house, and we called the tape the funny tape. I remember making it every single time, and we've searched for that thing for over 20 years and still cannot find it. And if we found it today,
life would be
complete.
complete.
It hurts to lose something you really want to watch.
Yeah. Wait, what?
He lost some videos that were important to him.
Your porn?
Yeah.
Compared to my family,
you lost some
memories?
slightly less.
I bet you there's better production value in my stuff.
I don't know. One of the videos was me spitting out the window, and then somebody seen them grab the handle and be like, "Ew, there's spit on that." Production value
Killer.
out of the window.
More like Natasha, nice editing.
God damn it! I'm glad we got a more like in, because that's.
I was gonna say that's my favorite part of the podcast. Is like
the deliberately cheesy.
Yeah,
away.
like bad something, more like sad blumpling.
Yeah, put him.
Got him.
Yeah.
How do we not have more subscribers?
Anyways, funny tape. Funny tape is the goat. I
that's
miss
fair.
the funny tape.
That's a fair one.
In
Well,
your face.
Shall we wrap up?
Yeah. Well, this is great. We're gonna have Ashley back on again
For sure.
I've been waiting for this episode. We got a couple people. I was telling Cole on our last episode, which you listen to every episode, so you heard. I'm enjoying the episodes where we have non-comics on more, because it just feels
A little more natural.
a lot more
Organic.
conversational.
We're never
And,
going to get a comic to come on again now that we've talked shit.
Yes.
I have a couple really fun ones lined up actually for this season, but yeah, this was great. We definitely have to have you back on.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for listening. We are on TikTok if you still have that on your phone.
Ooh.
Instagram, YouTube, you know all the places you can find us. Facebook, there are other ones. X. I only go on X. What's the one? Threads.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the places I post about food, basically. Anyhow, follow us there if you would. Like and subscribe. Jordan, love you all. Bucks and 6.